What's going on, receivers? We're going to talk about this route by Antonio Brown, what he did and why it was successful. So let's rewind this again, rewatch it. 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards. So anytime I see a receiver break down and open up inside towards the quarterback at the depth of a comeback, I just call it a dropout. That's something we ran in college, where, if you were not able to beat the defender deep, you can drop out. So again, I'm not in this offense. I don't know what they call this route, whether it's a deep stop, a comeback, or a dropout. But again, watch Antonio Brown sells the 9 route. He's at the depth of the comeback and he drops out and stops at that like 16, I would say 5, 10, around 16, 17, 18 yards. So yeah, this is a deep stop route. Um, and let's go back to the beginning. So immediately off the line, your goal is to close this cushion because you want to put a two-way go into the defender's head, right? So if you immediately just take off and go, you're going to wall yourself off to the sideline. If you come inside right away, obviously he's going to try and funnel you inside. So you always want to apply that pressure, try to get on his toes, and put that two-way go into his head. So here's Antonio Brown right here off the line. Does a pretty good job. He could have closed a little more, but either way, it doesn't matter because of how savvy he is in his route running, how good he is, and just how he understands angles. So most receivers, they'll do this, they won't close the gap, and then they'll just continue towards the outside, and they'll have very little room to the sideline. And at this point in time, the DB's in perfect position to lock up this deep ball. It really is just overall he's in pretty good shape. Obviously, he's overplaying a little bit, so Antonio Brown could slip inside, and that's exactly what he does. So he takes the outside release, notices the DB overplaying, has his hips turned. He knows the plan. DB does not. So right here, DB shoots his hand. He knows he's in trouble because Antonio's trying to slip back inside, and Antonio recognizes trying to get his hands on him. So he throws his hand, swats it, gets it by, and now at this point, DB's in trouble. DB's looking this way. Antonio Brown's in the blind spot. So now he's in complete control. So we're gonna fast forward. So DB tries a speed turn. Antonio again recognizes that, puts his DB in a bind, jumps back into the blind spot, and at this point, the DB's panicking because the DB no longer cares about any route underneath when he's in the position like this. He's more worried about getting beat deep. So at this point, he's just, oh shit, I gotta get moving. So he's taken off. Meanwhile, Antonio Brown knows the plan. So he gets to his depth, and when it's time, he slams on the brakes. Now let's count his steps on this breakdown too. So 1, 2, 3. So he's hitting this route at which I believe is like 18, 19 yards, and he's hitting it at 3 steps, which is elite. 4 steps, 3 steps. If you can do 4 steps, that's really good, but 3 steps at that depth is extremely good. So here we'll run it full speed, push in 1, 2, 3, in and out. And as you can see, the DB just is put on skates and easily 5 yards of separation between the two. So he has no chance. So again, let's run this back. Instead of just continuing outside, slip, slip, dropping out. And this is what you need to learn as a receiver. You never want to force anything. So if one way is taken, you can go the other way. You just got to be good and be deceptive so that you can win back the original way you have to go. So again, one more time, Antonio Brown just being a master at route running, just understanding angles and winning. So if you guys ever need to learn or get better at route running, watch Antonio Brown and watch how he's just so good at deceiving DBs.